Pink slime cube.
Pink Slime Cube presents The Ferris Wheel of Redwood Glen, as written and narrated by Richard C. Morgan.
Redwood Glen was the sort of place that had nothing to do. So when the county fair was on, it was like Disneyland had come to pay a visit. The highlight of the fair was the Ferris Wheel. There wasn't anything terribly special about it. The locals just didn't have anything to compare it to. You or I would look at it with a puff of air from our nostrils, a way of saying, "Huh," and we'd try to find something better. But there wasn't anything better. Hence the Ferris wheel's overwhelming popularity. Jordy Mason lived for the Ferris wheel, but this year was going to be special. As soon as he'd get his girlfriend in one of the cars, and they'd ride to the top and get a great view of the nothingness of the landscape, then he'd propose to her. "Carrie Joe, will you marry me?" He rehearsed this one daunting line late into the night. His nerves wouldn't quit, even if he had practiced for weeks. But he didn't have weeks. The day came. Jordy and Carrie got into one of the cars. The operator pulled the lever, and the Ferris wheel creaked to life. Just as the car was about to crest, the operator accidentally spat his tobacco on the switch. This caused a short. It didn't help that the machine thought that tobacco juice was utterly disgusting. So the ride rebelled by speeding up the wheel to a speed it wasn't designed to operate at. The G's crushed the occupants of each car against the sides. Jordy's top lip was in his nostrils. It wasn't certain if he and Carrie were going to walk away from this one alive. So he tried to get control of his flapping lips just so he could pop the question. "Carrie Joe!" he yelled. She looked at him just in time for her teeth to dislodge and slide down her throat. Dentures! Carrie Joe had dentures! He didn't know that. Toothless, her lips and gums flapped like the possessed skin of a rotisserie chicken. "You didn't tell me you didn't have no teeth!" he cried at the top of his lungs. "What do it matter? You ain't got no teeth neither," she shot back. "I can't love a woman with no teeth. It's too much like my mama." Jordy opened the car door. The force of the ride threw him high in the sky. A flock of geese stared at him like they had just seen a flying monkey. He traveled up past the clouds and got the clearest view of the stars he ever had. They were beautiful, white and twinkling like perfect, flawless teeth. The teeth that he thought Carrie Joe had. His tears started to freeze in the high altitude. For one eternal second, he was suspended. All was silent. And then he fell. And he fell faster and faster. "What goes up must come down," he mused as the ground rushed up to hug him.
Hello? Am I doing this right? Richard, this is Gramps. I've been going through your stuff in your office while you've been out. I hope you don't mind. It's kind of fun. It beats shuffleboard over at the home. You got some really interesting stories on here, but gee whiz, they're short. You need to talk to your listeners about getting them to recommend you so that you can start activating ads. Yeah, share this show on Spotify. Get people to listen on Spotify, and then you'll be able to run ads. Then you might be able to have several stories per episode. So I'm going to keep going through your stuff. Not that you're around to stop me or anything. Okay? Love you. Bye.